and go to sleep. And I would wake up and make fajr or make tahajjud when they make the adhan. I would make wudu in the bathroom, take a shower in the bathroom. I would have my clothes ironed in the cleanest so I looked like I was fresh every day coming from an apartment. Because my mother taught me something. She said, I would take a shower in the bathroom and get my clothes ironed and everything and starched and get dressed in the morning and look clean. My mother taught me something as a young child. She said, even if you live in a box, you must always be dignified and clean. So every morning I would look like everybody else, clean. I would never tell anybody I was sleeping in the masjid. And I had $500 in my pocket, but I wouldn't spend it because it's all I had. And I met some Muslims. I'm sharing this with you for a reason. In your younger years, your heart is pure, your mind is clear. Allah can bless you more, I believe, because your mind has not truly been corrupted by the trickery of the devil and the deception of people, because people will deceive you. As you get older and you start intermingling with people, there's spiritual warfare. People will do their best to take you away from the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the media is good at doing that. So I met some brothers. They said, brother, where do you live? I said, I'm okay. I didn't tell them I was living in the haram. I'm okay, don't worry about it. They said, no, come with us. And I went and lived with students in the dorm. I used to hide under their bed when the mushrif knocks, because they checked and see who's in the room at night. They said, get under the bed, brother. I get under the bed. I would go under the bed and relax. And then I would come back out. They would feed me and take care of me. Then I met some Muslims. I didn't even know them. To show you the beautiful heart of the ummah of Islam. When you meet a Muslim at their best, they love you from the beginning for the sake of Allah. I met people, they didn't know me. They took me to their house. They gave me beautiful room, like a palace room, everything in it. They brought fruits, vegetables, and fresh lamb and goat. And they would feed me, and their kids would come in, kiss my hand and call me Uncle Abdul Malik. I was a young boy, they called me Uncle. They would kiss my hand. They would wake me up for fajr. Wallahi, I was in a brother's house. I didn't even know his name. I said, I'm living in somebody's house. I don't even know his name. Only Islam does that. Only Islam makes people say, you know what? If you've come 10,000 miles away to study Islam for the sake of Allah, only Islam would say to people, come, open the door. I had a brother bring me a stack of money like this one day. He said, brother, this is from you. This is for you from Sheikh bin Baz's office through his brother Sheikh Saeed. They said to give you this money for school. School is free. What do we mean, money for school? They said, no, this is for you. They didn't ask me for anything. Wallahi, when I visit Jeddah and I go back to Mecca, the people who help me, they never say to me once, Brother Abdul Malik, we did this for you, we did that. They don't say anything. They always ask me, how are you doing? They always say, what can I do for you? Do you need anything? Ay khidma yani, anything you need. Ay hajj yani, anything you need. I say to you as young people, you should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not what Allah can do for you, because He's done it all. You should really ask Allah from the bottom of your heart today. Allah, I'm young. I've been blessed with parents who are Muslim. I don't understand much about Islam. But ask Allah, Allah, will you use me to do some good for humanity? And that doesn't mean that you become a religious extreme person. No. I'm not asking you to quit medical school. I'm not asking you not to become an engineer. I'm not asking you not to become a doctor. I'm not asking you not to be successful in business. What I'm asking you to do is when you become that heart surgeon, that you begin all surgery with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm asking you when you become a doctor and you're an ophthalmologist and some old lady comes into your office and says, Dr. Khadija, my insurance has expired and I don't have any money, but I'm losing my sight and I can't afford to pay you except $2 a month. Would you help me? I want you to be able to tell that lady, no, I can't help you for $2 a month. I will help you for the grace and glory of God. And thank you for asking me, for you could have asked someone else. And not only do I not want your $2, but here's $200 every month from me. And I will deliver your groceries to your house. And I will pay for your housing. And you will never be without because I've been blessed. And you blessed me by asking me. And I'm blessed because Allah has given me the opportunity to answer the call of one of His servants. When you're in the pharmaceutical business and the person says, you know, I'm dying. I can't afford the pills or the medication. I don't want you to be like the pharmaceutical giants in America who are greedy for dollars and cents. When people can't afford the medicine, they'd rather see them die. They have medication right now for poor people around the world who are dying from simple diseases, and they would rather see people die and suffer than to give them the medicine for free. A real Muslim wouldn't do that. A real lover of Jesus wouldn't do that. A real lover of Moses and the following of the Torah wouldn't do that. And real Muslims wouldn't do that. You can be used by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His glory. Ask Allah to use you. When you go to school from now on, stop being a D student. Go to school to be an A student, starting right now. When your teacher gives you an assignment, perfect it. When your teacher says, I want you to study this lesson, and I want you to do a book report, I want you to go back with the best book report on the subject, well-researched, and your paper, I want it to be perfected, grammatically perfected. I want it to be organized in the best folder, on the best paper. And I want you to present it with confidence and conviction that you've done your best. And I want your teachers to read your work and say, you know what? I have never seen a student with such a creative mind. What is the source of your inspiration? And I want you to look the teacher in the eye and say, it is Islam by the grace of Almighty God, Allah. When you're in school and they ask for volunteers for good causes, I want you to raise your hand. I want you to show the world the beauty of Islam, not in speech, but in deeds. When you're sitting in class next to that student that is struggling with math or can't read his or her lesson like you can read, I don't want you to be like the students who laugh, who go, you don't know that? You're so dumb. No. I want you to say, Tracy, you don't understand that? I'll tell you what, on lunch hour, sit with me, I'll help you. I want the student to go home and say, you know what? Everybody made fun of me, but that Muslim student helped me, and now I'm an A student. I want you, brothers and sisters, to know that your potential for greatness is unlimited. You can be the next international ambassadors of America across the globe. I want you to be strong Muslims. I don't want you to memorize Quran and you don't know what you're reading. It's nice, but it's weak. It's nice to say, I memorized Quran. Beautiful. You memorized it, can you read it? And I don't mean read it as in recite it. Reading as in can you comprehend? Because 2.5 billion people in the world cannot read nor write in the language in which they are born to speak, which is normally referred to as the mother tongue. And most of them live in the gates of Asian Africa and are part of the home of Islam. And I ask you as young people, how could we have received the revelation? اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. Allah said, read in the name of thy Lord who has created all things in creation. How could we be commanded to read and we are the people today that cannot read? So some of you will say, well, Brother Abdul Malik, I would like to learn Arabic, but it's hard. It's hard because you make it hard. I met brothers who go to Harvard and Yale and Princeton. They're doing their law degrees and medical degrees and engineering, and it takes hours of studying. I'm saying, brother, if you can get an MD, you can get a Quranic lesson done. The question is, do you want it? I don't want to say to you when today ends, you better pray. If that's not what you want, know that Allah doesn't need your prayer. Allah does not need us. It is the reverse. We need Allah. I don't want you to make salat and you don't have wudu because your parents are watching. Because you're fooling yourself. You're not fooling Allah. You can't deceive Allah. You can only deceive yourself. And Allah says that in the Quran. There are people, they are self-deceivers. They think they deceive Allah and the believers, but they deceive themselves. When you wake up for Fajr, and you go make wudu, and you forget to wet your feet. No, you're not fooling anybody, because you didn't forget, you didn't want to make it. I want you to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, can I live as a young person with integrity from this day on? Can I be humble and committed? When you come to the masjid as young ladies, I'm talking to the girls now, can you not have the cat fights that go on with the little groupie girls? This little group, that little group. You talk to her? Oh, I'm not talking to you. Come over here. What are you talking to her for? Oh, she thinks she's hot because she got those shoes. Just wait till next week come because my dad is taking me shopping too. Stop all that shaitanic nonsense. When you come to the masjid and you see other little sisters, embrace them. Love them. Put your arms around them. Tell them, I'm here for you. If you see a Muslim sister that has on a nice headpiece, or she has on a nice ring, or she has on nice shoes, and she has a nice bag, make dua, oh Allah, bless her with more. Bless her with more and tell her, sister, I like that. What you're wearing, I like the way, I like those shoes. They are beautiful. If you want to know where she purchased them from, ask her. But don't start the, who does she think she is? I'll show her next week. No, this is not from the sunnah of the Muslim. Same thing for the brothers. When you come to the masjid and you see a new face, go embrace the brother. Look for the new people. Shake their hand. Don't walk past each other and act like you don't know each other. Because brothers, let me tell you something right now. As Muslims, we're the only people we have. If we lose each other's friendship and brotherhood, we lose the community.